man back from the dead.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. I'm pretty sure I am.
You're not.
How dare you? I, sir, am back from the dead.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Nope.
Yep.
Can't just take a vacation and then be thinking you're back from the dead. Come on, man.
Oh, come on, man. Why not, man?
Come on, man.
Come
Don't do
on,
this.
man.
Don't do this to us, man.
Don't do me like that, man. Come on, man.
I could you, man. I trusted you, man.
I trusted you, man. I trusted you.
And this is how you thank Jesus.
He's like, this is how you thank Jesus?
And then just an angry Mexican just stares in the door.
Just stares like, you son of a bitch. Oh boy.
You promised me piñata.
What? What?
He appears in the door. You promised me piñata.
You promised me the piñatas! I trusted you!
Come on, Jefe, you promised me.
You promised me the goddamn piñatas! Come on, man, you can't do this to me!
Man, come here, cara.
Oh my god. Okay, I was playing it earlier, but unfortunately the game crashed, so I'm hoping to God I don't have to go through all this shit again.
And then you find out that you forgot to save.
Alright.
When you have that sneaking suspicion you should save, but you think, nah, fam, it's fine.
Nah, fam, I'm good, and then... and
Not this again!
Not this shit again! Ah! It was at this moment Demonblood knew he fucked.
He was secretly an albatross.
That too, but...
How to know Chips is about to say something stupid? You don't!
It's kinda known that
Yeah, exactly. That's why you never know when I'm going to do it.
I mean, you're not.
Could be when you least expect it. It could be when you most expect it. Who knows?
Who knows?
I certainly don't.
Neither why, so what the hell do I know? Doing the remastered version of this.
I'd think you would, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because why wouldn't you?
I don't know, because why not? And we're good, hold
And we're good. And then break something. Hold on.
I forgot something. Give me a moment. Okay, so. Just need to see.
C4?
The game should actually show up or not. Because I don't think it is.
You just need C4.
C4. Aye, but where you see one man, I see four. C4.
I'm sure if you look deep within your heart, which is currently all over the tree, you can find a way to forgive me.
Okay, I think I've fixed it, hopefully. Oh, there we go. Now, let me actually just move this up a bit so people can actually see the game. There we go. Perfect.
Perfection.
Perfection. Yeah. All right, so should be good now.
But are you certain?
Let me check the audio and layout.
They can hear it.
So, I'll get back into it.
I sent you the link, Demon, so you can take a look at what I was talking about earlier. But for now, enjoy the stream.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I'm looking on my phone. Hold on.
It's gonna take you a while, so you know.
No,
That's
I'm
what
on my
saying.
phone, so... Oh. 2K Games sends 2 goons to intimidate Borderlands 2 YouTubers. Submato. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch that later.
Told you.
Oh, boy. I think that... Wait, would that YouTuber be able to file a lawsuit?
Didn't he?
I would assume so.
Pretty sure.
Man, son of a bitch, I have to start this shit.
Now you've had the pleasure of
Oh.
Andrew Graham's company. He's the one who
How
built
far
this
did you
place.
get before you crashed?
I got to a point where I was able to kill at least 2 big daddies, and I have to do that all over again. Fuck me, God.
Maybe the power
No, thank you.
The game literally crashed, and I didn't save beforehand, so I'm like,
people. Whichever way you slice it, good men died. Me family's in a
Was it the case that you actually could
foundation
sense
of
it's coming though?
fisheries.
no, wait,
What
it's
made you there?
even more than that. I got the fucking camera that I had to like freaking do research on the splicer. Got that far in this.
Merde.
I'm so ticked off. I have to do this shit all over again. So, now speaking of demolition, oh, splicers are a bitch and a half. I hate them. The burning passion, I swear to Godzilla. Okay, so let's get this party started. shall we?
Days go by like wind.
Well, time to die.
You gotta have a party. Oh, you gotta have a party. Oh, party, party, party. Need a party, honey.
Fucking reload! Ah, you bastard! Oh, son of a bitch! Oh, I'm about to smack a bitch. like that. Mm-mm. Freaking reload!
What's wrong?
Alright. Hack this. Hack the hell out of these machines again. Oh. Come on, what I need. Yep. Perfect. You, I'm gonna rescue.
What? You're rescuing me? Damn!
One of my viewers, some say, said that, like, Bioschock.
You are so
The only
kind
game
to
that
my
allows you
little
to
one.
touch little girls.
But are you
and
really a
everyone
friend
for
to
it.
us? Regardless, a little one brings you a gift.
He was not
Then
wrong,
I'll
but the
take
way
our appreciation.
Demon, it's gonna be a great time for you then.
Oh, dude, please don't
The
say-
cops won't show up this
Oh,
time.
for fuck's sake, shit. God damn it. Everyone, look, Chris Hansen, please take a seat. Oh, Jesus.
Demon's actually. Don't worry about it, I'll bring the van. Glad you agree. Means that we have a van. Demon,
What?
that is not a good noise to make after you just said that there is a game about lollies.
Give about what?
About little girls.
Well, I'm not exactly wrong here.
Again, the noise you made is not good after you said that statement.
What noise did I make? Did I really make a noise?
Yes.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh my god!
Okay, we can touch little girls. I mean, you didn't react to the whole statement of you bringing out your van.
Putting all the bathyspheres in lockdown until further notice. Ryan Edison built some kind of genetic device
Yeah,
into
I'm
the
here.
thing, so Ryan and his
It's in
inner
the
circle will be
van.
able to use them without dispensation.
There we go.
Boys,
Oh shit!
they're pretty unreliable. Sisters, cousins, anybody in the ballpark genetically will be able to come and go as they see fit.
Oh, they destroyed it.
They can destroy too. Well, damn. Well, I'm out of options.
Yeah, well, they don't destroy four. Okay, so.
No grab. My grab.
Oh my god!
Who dare defile the grab of the Lord? What man though?
Alright. Any and all? I don't know.
you are wrong. Hey, you're embracing the memes.
You know what? I've learned that you can't win.
That's a dangerous statement.
200 Anna? Alright, and I shall get actually a... Dad?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm on field.
Oh, this is gonna be difficult. Fuck it. No regrets. Find one. Ah, bullshit. Okay, now let me fuck this one. Alright, so here. Here. And open. Oh god! I gotta get the passcode for that. Oh.
Hey.
Got my ass in.
Then one day the gentleman stopped calling.
I am confused. Very, very,
Hello,
very
confused. Hello, confused. I'm Lord Chips. I'm not. Robbery.
Right. Security expert.
Are you a security expert now? Check in. Keeps walking
I
jobs.
know, I go places, right?
You went from true lord to a security detail. I was going to say the awkward silence of why. Why you do this?
Why? Just
Why you like this?
You son of a bitch!
As Dragon would have put it, you're a fun guy. Frickin'? God frickin' damn. Nah, cause that's just too fracking much. What a fraglet. It's not perfect, I promise.
Perfect.
Welcome to the
Perfect.
Perfect. Come back when you get some money. Come back when you get some money, buddy.
What to do? Stupid vending machine?
Well, first you gotta vend it.
I didn't.
Atlas radio on ahead. Says you were looking for an invite to the fisheries. Nuts, I say. But if your heads up to the Warp Master's office and find old Peach a research camera, maybe I could manage an invite. Well, what was that?
Oh.
My friend, you are fucked.
Where are you, bitch? Where are you, bitch?
It's too tough for you. Look on the belt. You'll find something to keep you alive. Now, go get that camera and then snapshots of those that heads on the ceiling. Then I'll let you into the fisheries. Just remember, sonny friend, I smell an ounce of Fontaine on you, and I'll have you in a box. Atlas gives you the vouch, but I ain't turning my eye just on his say-so.
Yep.
Grown man jumping at ghosts. Fontaine's dead, and everybody knows it. In the ground for months, and half the place still jumping at his shadow. Christ, even Ryan.
Welcome to the circus.
Never mind all that. We got work to do.
You say so. Atlas.
Like all these knows where to find the research. Seems a decent enough you've done his errands to stick a shiv in your mouth.
Are you including my dad, sister? Not if you don't visit the gatherers.
The Little Sisters Orphanage. In troubled times, restores the girl the life that she deserves. Boarding and education free of charge. After all, children are the future of culture.
Son of a bitch. Noise.
Shot it so
Is it though?
Yes, it's very amusing.
Is it though?
Them throwing grenades and whatnot, man. Fish. You know what? I'm gonna save here because I don't want to end up. Saving content. Perfect. Oh great, a big daddy.
Oh god, demon, someone that can actually outshow you? Damn!
I saw one of these smugglers having a
Demon, I think he has a bigger belt than you.
This surprised me because his hands were crippled.
Gotta run, man.
He was unloading the barge the other day when he was bitten from a sea slug. He woke up the next morning and he found he could move his fingers for the first time in years. I asked him if he still had that sea slug. As luck would have it. He did.
Big daddies, I
That's what I'm saying, demon. They'll outshow you, they have a bigger belt than you.
Oh yeah! Yeah! I'm well aware they have a bigger belt than me. I'm gonna steal that belt. I'm gonna steal that goddamn belt. See how they like it. Like it very much. I'm done with them belts. You know what I'm saying?
Good luck, soldier.
Actually, it's not in the car.
Ah, so you killed him.
No, the enemy. He sacrificed himself to save my bacon.
Now wait, you got bacon?
What?
You got bacon?
You always got the bacon. What I'm saying.
I didn't know you turned reindeers into bacon.
Oh no, it's actually the moose, but because there's this population as of like
Moose bacon.
yes. That's more
You guys only got mooses.
no, we got big pigs too. We poured them from America.
Something must be done about Fontaine.
Some people get
While I was
pigs.
buying
We
buildings
got
and fish
mooses.
futures, he was cornering the market on genotypes and nucleotide sequences. Rapture is transforming before my eyes. The great chain is pulling away from me. Perhaps it's time to give it a tug.
Oh dear. Looks like Brian has been doing some.
I'll do what you say. You shall know I am the Lord.
You know what? Is this the thanks I get for saving your ass? Oh, fine.
You hear more frig frags?
I ain't about the frig facts. For the shindigs. Alright, time to go up against that Big Daddy again.
Watch out, he's going to show you his belt.
Payback's a bitch, you asshole! Alright. Quit your crying, young one. Gonna rescue your ass.
No! No! No!
Oh.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
for
Now
helping.
get the hell out of here. I swear to Jesus, I'm gonna...
Now the eggs are in the scramble. We picked up Timmy Yates right after midnight. Either Ryan will be taking down Fontaine, or Fontaine will be taking down Ryan. We'll be, interviewing poor Timmy in Fontaine Fisheries. If you're up for entertainment, the code's 5380.
53...
The Little Sisters Orphanage. In troubled times, give your little girl the life that she deserves. Or free of charge. After all, children are
There we go.
Mr. Ryan asked me personally to make this clear to you. You give us Fontaine, and this whole filthy ring of his, and you'll be knocking back pints up at the Fighting McDonald's. But if you prefer to play the mule, we'll treat you like a mule. Give him a taste, Pat. hard, Timmy? Timmy! Ready to talk now?
Go on. Go on. Whatever Ryan thinks he can do to me. Fontaine can do double!
So. Aye! Where the fuck did you come from? Oh, that saved me some trouble. Okay, well. Security expert reduces if no one hacking the turrets. Lies in the camera. I need to be unstoppable for this shit.
Darling Masha, we don't know what has happened to you. Ryan's men have taken you away and said you are needed to save Rapture. Who needs a child to save a city? But I see these little girls crawling out of these vents, and I only wonder if you might one day crawl out of this vent and find this note. We look for you, but if you find this, come to us at the Fighting McDonald's in room number 7. The code to our room is 7533. We miss you, our darling child.
Fighting McDonald's. 753.
Somebody to watch. Once he was just a menace to be convicted and hung. But he always manages to be where the evidence isn't. He's the most dangerous type of the kind with vision.
Alright. Hitting me, there's no way to hack this.
topside. According to this magazine article I scrounged up, you can also analyze genetic information, parse biological structures, lots of other $5 words.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. Here. Gotcha. Son of a bitch, how the hell did I miss that many times? God How do you know this?
Congratulations!
I know.
Hanging now, is it? That's what we've come to now. Look, I don't make the laws here. I just enforce them. But I didn't come to ration the string men up for running contraband. If Ryan and his crew have their law, then they can have my badge.
Jesus loves me, this I know. For the Bible tells me so.
Now give me some snaps on those spider splicers, and don't come back down here till you've got my research.
To him belong. They are weak, but he is strong.
That's convenient. I'm gonna save here in case my game decides to crash again.
Remember to save!
Remember to save, kids! Oh boy. I'm just crazy! You bastard!
You think you can hurt me?
Yes.
Trick the security system. Set security bots and turrets on your enemies.
water. You have the research camera? Good. Guess it's time to get to work for old Peachy. Take the man's pictures, and let's get the hell out of this place.
Be right back. The cat's mewing.
Alright.
Things were bad enough. Seems that even our water system sprung a leak. Yep, that's right. Irrigation system in Arcadia is taking on seawater. I told Mr. Ryan when we were building this place, either you build her like a bathtub, or she's gonna turn into a sewer. No, McDonough, he said. We're not gonna build no bathtub. We're gonna build Eden.
As the respectable Labsable turns me away, I have turned to Fontaine's smugglers in Port Neptune for supplies. Fontaine's men are pigs. They spit, they but they deliver, and they don't ask questions. They're all terrified of Fontaine. He reminds me a bit of the Germans. So efficient. It wouldn't surprise me if he were soon running things down here.
Thing that woman said.
Darling Masha, we don't know what has happened to you.
Finding things.
Ryan's men have taken you away and said you are needed to save Rapture. The child to save the city. But I see these little girls crawling out of these vents, and I only wonder if you might one day crawl out of these vents and find this note. We look for you, but if you find this, come to us. It's a Fighting McDonald's in room number 7. The code to our room is 7533. We miss you, our darling child.
7533.
Welcome to the Circus of Value. Welcome to the Circus of Value.
Where?
Alright. First aid kit. Perfect. Ay, ay, ay.
I'm closing in on the whole ring. I'd pat myself on the back, but let's face it, these aren't exactly bloodthirsty desperados we're talking about. Rapture's full of poets, artists, and tennis players, not hired gorillas. But this leader, this Fontaine, he seems to know his way around the grift. He keeps his nose clean, but not so clean that the right people don't know he's not to be trifled with.
Quit being drunk. Quit being drunk. Oh, nice.
They sent you, didn't they? This isn't over. You're gonna run? You're a nothing little punk.
This you little bastard. Good. Alright, so.
Rapture's changing, but Ryan can't see the wolves in the woods. This Fontaine fella is a crook and a proper tea leaf, but he's got the atom, and that makes him the governor. Sinking the profits back into bigger and better plasmids, building them Fontaine poorhouses. Fontaine recruiting centers. What we know it, bloke's gonna have an army of splicers. We're gonna have ourselves a whole heap of facilities.
Killed him with fire grenades. Alright, I think I got him. Alright, what's down here?
The thought of me wife and child hiding in that filthy submarine makes me get them to safety, and I'll be in your debt for life.
I'm sure you will be, Atlas. I'm sure you will be, you son of a bitch.
Diane, my dear, I'm sorry, but I'll be late again tonight. Rosenberg is demanding to speak about this Fontaine. I'm trying to build a proper financial market, and this idiot keeps going on about this, genetic modification, that. I'll go spend an hour pretending to pay attention to the poor fellow and be home as soon as I can.
This is the wages of sin.
Oh, I'll take that. Huh. Perfect. All right.
Mr. Ryan, I believe in Ratchet, but that doesn't mean we always win. Fontaine Futuristics is the biggest thing going in Ratchet, so let me be plain. When we arrest that Torag Fontaine for his thieving and smuggling, we must make it clear that we won't...
Now, are you ever bringing old Peach them snappies, or are you just sightseeing?
I'm doing both, son of a bitch. Calm down.
Mr. Ryan, I believe in Ratchet, but that doesn't mean we always win. Fontaine Futuristics is the biggest thing going in Ratchet, so let me be plain. When we arrest that Torag Fontaine for his thieving and smuggling, we must make it clear that we won't touch his business interests. We sit on the council because these poor sods trust us, not because God gave us a chair.
Alright, so... I'm gonna be right back. Need to use a washroom. Oh boy. Well, I'm back. Alright, so continuing on with our little shenanigans. Alright. Perfect. Found it. Canadian housekeeping. Hey, Dragon! Welcome to the stream, my friend. How you doing? And by the way, I was streaming earlier today, so you probably just missed that. But yeah. To run you up what's happening, I'm in Fontaine Fishery in Bioshock, and I'm doing the trilogy, as you can probably guess. And yeah, I got up to a certain point, probably this point, the game decided to freeze. I had to shut it down, and I had to start up at the beginning of the chapter, so I was like... I was so pissed off. But I caught up. We're good.
Here to visit the scum of the earth!
Yes, work it, Queen!
Now when you came inside, dear, my heart grew. You're really swell, I have to admit you deserve expressions that really fit you. So I rack my brain
security
to
explain
explain.
Oh, is that security valve? It's not! Well, I got a hack! Oh god. Yeah. So, what you been up to, Dragon? Son of a bitch run off to. It's not like this. Doing well, I just got back from my observation at High Point. I got my schedule and uniform back at this school. Cars wear uniforms. Oh shit, nice. So what, like by school, what are you talking about? Like a private school or a... Or are you talking about like fucking military type shit?
Darling Master, we don't know what has happened to you. Ryan's men have taken you away and said you are needed to save Rapture. Who needs a child to save a city? But I see these little girls crawling out of these beds, and I only wonder one day crawl out of this vent and find this note. We look for you, but if you find this, come to us. It's a fighting McDonald's in room number 7. The code to our room is 7533. We miss you, our darling child.
Oh, shit.
We saw our Masha today. We barely recognize her. That's her, Sam said. You're crazy, I told him. That thing? That is our Masha? But he was right. She was
Hey, James!
out of a
Welcome
car
back!
by Fontaine
Pre-activity
Fisheries.
school.
And then when she was done, she walked off hand in hand with one of those awful golems. Masha!
Shorten the arms. I don't like this. Red flag. Oh god. I see. So how have you been, James? You been good, my friend?
You think you can trick me?
Suicide.
Go make this harder than it needs to be. Put him where I can see him.
Yes, myself. Okay, who wants daddy? Woo! Wait! Ah, gotcha! Okay, who threw the freaking grenade? Fan of pineapples, but not those type. Now, let us.
A rapture. Wanting an item from the service is forgivable.
No. Here we go.
I met Ryan the
We
day me
get-
and the lads were installing the bathroom plumbing up in his College Park Avenue digs. Wait, says he. What's with all the brass
Oh,
fittings?
landscaping,
The contractor
nice.
had me down for the tip.
Actually, one of my
Well,
best
I
friends
said, I suppose it's the
works in
contractor then who'll be bailing out
does
your
all
new one
sorts of
for
stuff.
fortnight, is it? If it's price you're worried about, I'll be picking up the brass, so not to worry, Squire. Why would you be doing that, says he? Well, Mr. Ryan, profit or not, no man bails water out of privies built by Bill McDonough. Next day I finds out I'm Ryan's new general contractor.
Motherfucker, here goes. Oh god, oh god, I'm going. Hello, my little friend! You got nothing. Taking that. Film. I'm taking everything you have, don't mind me.
The death penalty and rapture. Council's in an uproar. Riots in the streets, they say. But this is the time for leadership. Action must be taken against the smugglers. Any contact with the surface exposes rapture to the very parasites we fled from. You stretch necks for a small price to pay for our ordeals.
Huh.
Dragging this out and fight me, you.
The fuck you said to me what? Splicer's organs. I can use them. Alright. I have two cousins who, one on High Point, one went to culinary and cooking, the other went to construction. Nice.
Sounds like that should about do it. Head on back to Fontaine Fisheries when you're ready, would you kindly?
I've beaten this game before.
It is your duty to voice.
Those words. For a reason. Those who have not beaten the game, you know. Well, you'll find out why they trigger. It's one of the most triggering things in games. Where I'm just like, nope. Anyway, aside from that, that's what I was looking for. Perfect.
My wife, Moira, she's a right pain in the neck, but she's a beauty, and she means the world to me. I can't help feel God's punishing me for bringing her and Patrick to this place. I thought this would be a better life for us. Can you imagine a bigger fool than that?
Gotcha. I'll take your money and your food. I'll take your money. Wait, how many? I'm just gonna wait this one out. Wait for him to get his little sister. Or technically not her. Also, sorry for not making it to you. I've been busy with babysitting my sister. Talking my laptop. It's okay, man. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Is it time again already? Thanks, Mr. Bubbles. Thanks,
Bitch in a red dress! Woo! Well, at least I got the perfect as I did. God damn, you like Tyson'd me.
Welcome to the Circus of No Comeback when you get some money, buddy.
Bitch head. Am I in the right way or the wrong?
What's there?
Another human monster!
I'm confused where the hell I have to go. Oh.
Perhaps we'll bounce on ham and
Gotcha! I gotcha, you son of a bitch! Paybacks! Oh! It's so sweet. Your money? And now... wise words of Lord Guru from DBZ Bridge. Now relax as I grab hold of you. Reaching just let me rescue your ass so I can get a move on.
Thank you. Time for bye-bye, Mr. B.
Is that what you wanted, Dragon? hoping to God we have everything.
Hey, Mary, why so down in the mouth?
I don't know, Jim. I guess I just...
Wrench look. Damage me next time where now to purchase shit. A voice acting job. Alright, who wants Daddy's belt? Like, my best friends have told me I should do, like, a haunted house type work. Where I would just do voices and be like... I didn't yes, queen! Work it! Okay, girl, I gotta say this to you right now. We can't be together. Number one, I'm into crazy. But there are some crazies I am not like. Bitch, come here. I hear your ass. That's right. Best redneck voice. Now you look here, okay? Redneck voice. That there I think you mean it goes naturally to me. I know Billy. I know Billy. You don't have to speak over me. Pappy, see you doing that, you know he give you an ass whooping.
They sure go down easy once you research them up right. Come on in and show us those snappies.
This guy sounds familiar. Sports. As for other voices, it's just like...
Welcome to the circus of value!
Fine! What voice is this? Pretty easy. Children crazy in the circus of value! Let me in, you son of a bitch!
The warlord didn't get himself that. You got something for me and my crew?
Basically the same thing.
Or are you just looking to get criticized? You set here a spell. I needs to set on some coffee. Maybe put on silverware and the like.
Alright, just let me in, you son of a bitch.
Before you head into the fisheries, a word to the wise. Old PG seems about as straight as a dog's hind leg. You keep your eyes open.
Nobody walks into my swampy carrying the heat. Put your weapons in the pneumo, and then I'll let you in.
If that's his price, you're gonna have to pay it. Can't very well
Jax,
take your
welcome
gun
back.
out the way now, can he?
Fucking mouse. Ah.
Oh, what?
We have cats, so I had to chase a mouse out of the house. Ah, shit.
Okay. Ran a gun. God damn, it's colder than a bitch. Oh god, it's foggy. I don't like this.
Wow. When the boss waggled out of hell, he done told that devil he'd be right back. Said, sure thing, Mr. Fontaine. I'll hold you a spot. Ryan promised Fontaine was dust, and now here you are doing his dirty. I guess that makes Ryan a bum, and you...
I had a feeling he was gonna kill this son of a bitch.
Very fast.
Son of a bitch! Fucking boss fights!
Repeat that?
Boss fights!
Okay, because you didn't say boss. Okay.
What the hell did I say then?
Balls.
Oh. Come here, bitch!
That's not good.
I want starting spell.
But you think that is?
Gotcha!
More than likely, the entrance will be hidden. Better to keep the coppers off the scent.
Oh boy. Ah, at least I got one thing.
Dignity?
I lost that years ago, but the point is, doesn't matter now. Ah! There we go. Holy shit. Meh. My cat once brought a live mouse into the house and killed it in the kitchen. He also killed Bird and left him on the front porch. Technically, that's supposed to be an honor among cats. Give it to their masters. Mike, I used to own 2 pet cats at one point. Unfortunately, they're both dead now. One died because we had to work down because of a tumor. The other was natural causes, so... Anyway. And this was years ago when I was living back in my old house. So I was sleeping and it was like the middle of the night. 3 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning. And I wake up because I hear this commotion in the hall with my cats running up and down the hall. What the fuck's going on? So I actually head outside the hall into the hallway, being like, "What the heck are you guys doing?" All I see is this like black and white little spot. I thought it was one of their toys. So I got a closer look at it. It was a field mouse. I'm like, oh shit. And then I open my parents' door. And I'm like, hey, Mom, there's a dead mouse in the house. She's like, what? So she goes outside and she's like, oh my god. This literally was the first time we ever had a mouse or any sort of rodent into our home. And we believe the reason was because our next door neighbor, she never took care of her backyard or any part of her home. Because she had to deal with a lot of shit. And then we were like, oh boy.
Here we go again.
Yep, so needless to say, we were grateful for our cats owning cats because like they caught the mouse and it was like it happened like at least 2-3 more times after. We were like, oh, we gotta move or some shit. And so our neighbor got pissed at us because she thought we called the cops on her. Or Homeland or some Because literally, the weeds were fucking tall as me. That's how bad it was in her backyard. Got this 164. Gone up there and hacked that. It's so much easier to fight. And I like laughing. It's Alright, let's see here.
Oh no.
I can upgrade shit.
Oh no.
Damage increase, rate of fire.
Your clip tie size, eh?
My weapon size, yes. The amount of bullets I could hold.
Oh, so your mag size, not your weapon size.
Whatever.
If I make my weapon bigger, it can hold more bullets.
I make a weapon size bigger, it holds more bullets for me to use.
Come on now.
You think you can get away with this?
If I make the barrel longer, it can shoot more. West Virginia.
Fontaine's putting the screws on us and double. He's squeezing us out of 80 points of our cut with the threat of turning us into Ryan if we don't play ball. Son of a bitch. Sammy G comes and tells me he's thinking of going to the constable. And the next day, Sammy G was found in a sack in a salt pond. We had no choice here. We stay on Fontaine's crew and we're gonna catch the gallows. We take powder. We end up like Sammy G. Oh, there's gotta be another way.
Auto hacking. Oh, get one back. Nice! Alright, so. On through this way.
You can't quit. Fontaine will find you.
Hey, fuck Fontaine.
You don't fuck Fontaine. Fontaine fucks you.
Huh. You don't fuck Fontaine. Fontaine fucks you. Oh boy. Perfect.
You got it. Should be smooth sailing from here. I'll meet you up ahead.
Yay! Oh boy, Smuggler's Hideout. I think my coffee's here.
Coffee!
Yeah, my coffee's here.
Goddamn. Coffee time with Demon.
Coffee time with Demon. Oh, be right back. I'm gonna grab the coffee.
Ah, shit. Here we go again. And he's gone. Maybe we'll see him later. Maybe he will never return. Who knows? Maybe the coffee is too powerful for him. Maybe we'll overpower him and take over the world. We'll team up with the bad milk. The milk gone bad. We can only find out later. To know if everything is caffeinated or if everything is still normal. We can only find out the truth by waiting. And waiting we shall. Sounds like he won against the coffee.
I'm back.
Congratulations.
I almost forgot chocolate chips is in the house. Yes.
Yay.
Also, I'm having a luck cut. Give me a moment. Why must you hate on Demon?
What?
What? How do you stop your chips?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What?
Oh. Oh boy. This is not flashback.
Oh my.
I'm right outside the submarine bay, but I can't get in. I need you for that. My family can't be more than 100 yards away.
This?
Don't grab it! You have so much to live for!
Do a flip!
Those seismic shakes!
We all come down here. Figured we all be part of Ryan's great chain. Turns out Ryan's chain is made of gold, and ours are the sort with the big iron ball around your ankle. He's up in Fort Frolic banging fashion models. We're down in this dump yanking guts out of fish. Fontaine's promising something better. He's like one of us, you know? Like he's worked a day in his life. He says meet him at his fish packing joint at 11. I'll go. Bring a couple of guys. Hey, it's not like things could get a lot worse.
Huh. If only they knew. Wait, don't
What?
jump! Pulls out camera. Okay, now jump. Ah! As the ASFD movie.
The one with Jacksepticeye, yeah.
Yep.
Hit the switch up there in the control booth and let me in. I think it's time to shake hands and get acquainted.
You've had your fun, but enough is enough. If you press that button, you'll learn what it means to truly be my enemy.
Alright. Andrew Ryan.
Andrew! Would you kindly fuck off?
Oh boy. Can't see jack shit.
Maybe you shouldn't have invited Jack to the party.
Maybe not.
Then you wouldn't need to look for him all the
You guys
time.
ever heard any ex-boyfriending, boy firing Girlfriend stories.
What's you talking about? Demon, what the hell are you on? The hell are you talking about?
You blow a fuse up there? Can't see a damn thing in that booth. Give me a tick and I'll get you out of there. Moira, can you hear me in there, darling?
So dark. If only your friend could look up and see. Maybe something, anything. Except just stand here and watch your
They're everywhere.
Oh my.
I've got to fall back. Get me family out and we'll regroup as soon as we can.
One dead.
It's 8.
Get out if you can. Get out and we'll regroup.
Push it!
Alright. Woo!
You can see that again.
Spent the morning jawing
Those
with
four
that
goats.
crowd scientist. She's damaged goods, alright. Just like all those chumps they scraped out of them prison camps. But she's no crackpot. She's gonna make me the kind of scratch.
Oh my.
You ooze in like an assassin, and then you try to sneak out like a thief. You're no CIA spook. Who are you? Why have you come here? There's two ways to deal with a mystery. Uncover it, or eliminate it.
Get out! Get out and get to Arcadia! Jesus Christ!
Because I have one involving my aunt's ex-boyfriend, and it's true. Oof. Let's not get too personal here.
What?
No, I'm just reading what Dragon said.
Yeah, and I didn't hear what was said.
He said, before he said, you ever hear any... Have you guys ever heard of any ex-boyfriend, girlfriend stories? Because I have one involving my aunt's ex-boyfriend, and it's true. Agreed.
Huh.
Yeah. Let's not get over personal shit here, alright?
The Irish pork pie offered me a deal. I
That is a rabbit
Fontaine
hole not
and I
everyone
walk
can
out
back
of
from,
here.
you know?
That simple. How do I know that fat fuck isn't Fontaine's guy? How do I know they're not all Fontaine's guy? Fontaine's got Adam, and everybody wants it. Brian's got a whole lot of talk and a nice suit. Even down here, any idiot can see which way the wind is blowing.
My god, that happened. Ha! Well, that escalated quickly. Hey, 7 content.
Moira. Patrick. that just like Ryan. Waits until we're almost out, then he pulls the string. We'll find the bastard. We'll find him, and we'll tear his heart out.
I came to this place to build the impossible. You came to rob what you could never build. A hum gaping at the gates of Rome. Even the air you breathe is sponged from my account. Well, breathe deep, so later you might remember the taste.
You get to the bathysphere in the rolling hills. That'll take you straight to the devil himself. And then all debts will be paid in full.
Well then. A lot of gravestones. Two little sisters to take care of.
Grace, is somebody there?
Nice.
Hey, can you help me, man? Can you help me out?
The augmentation procedure is a success. The slugs alone could not provide enough Adam for serious work, but combined with the host, now we have something. The slug is embedded in the lining of the host's stomach, and after the host feeds, we induce regurgitation. And then we have 20, 30 times yield of usable Adam. The problem now is the shortage of hosts. Fontaine says patience, Annabelle. Soon, the first home for little sisters will open, and that problem will be solved.
What a night I got lined up. Everything's ready. Flowers, bottle of wine, even 2 tickets to the tea garden. Nothing gets the Bettys in the mood like nighttime in Arcadia. Now I just gotta stop by the Thrifty Care to pick up a med hypo, just to be safe. Word is, this ain't Angelina's first visit to the tea garden.
Seems like some poor blighters have started seeing ghosts. Ghosts? Ryan tells me it's a side effect of this plasmid business. One poor sod's memory is getting passed on to another through genetic sampling. Leaks, lunatics, rebellion, and now bleeding ghosts. Ain't life in Ratchet Rag?
I'm sure it is, There. Hey, BRB. Alright, dragon. good. Or did the fucker? No, he's going all over the place.
Hey, over here!
Oh, you bastard! Houdini slicer. Arcadia closed.
Today, Arcadia was closed off to all but paying customers. The man hires me to build a forest at the bottom of the ocean and then turns a walk in the
I don't have
woods
too
into
much
a
time before I should go
luxury.
to sleep, so I'm gonna
Riot
waste it
asked,
watching YouTube.
Should a
So
farmer
you
not be
have a
able
good
to sell
stream.
his food? Is a potter
Thanks,
not
Jeff, I'll talk to you
entitled
later.
to a profit from his
Bye.
pots?
Bye.
I started to argue with the man, and then I remembered who signed my checks. The only thing worse than a hypocrite is an unemployed one.
That. Alright, so. Pages. Stuff down
What? You're crook!
Slicing scungers like having 6 cents.
I dropped!
Perfect.
Come here, Napa!
Alright.
You're infecting everything!
Okay.
Keep away from my
Gotcha. Oh, the bastard. Nice.
Welcome to the Circus of Value! Feel your cravings at the Circus of Value!
Here, no, oh. Search it. And a dead kitty. Oh.
There's semen! Come here! It's unsanitary!
Semen?
I'm
What?
opening you up!
Oh my god. Perfect. Okay. That. And I'll take that.
Can't somebody? It's
Gotcha. What's this? Ah, perfect. Money mother.
Hello? Saturnine! Run! Run!
I ain't afraid of failure. 'Cause
Oh, I can't see, so one in here.
They're coming!
I'll take that. Ooh. I can invent things. Oh god. Okay. scared the shit out of me.
Welcome to the circus of value.
Right. I'm busy, I'm nauseous, and sometimes I'm even seeing things that aren't there.
You might hear things about me, see my name about, think what you will. There was a time I cared about politics, but it's just an excuse men use to kill one another. I'm done with all that. I just want to see the sunlight again.
Huh.
Go on then, take your paw and go! But I'm keeping everything. Everything!
Darling, is that you?
Alright, so.
Rolling Hills is over yonder, and the bathysphere station is as well. And then straight on to Ryan.
There has been tremendous pressure to regulate this plasmid business. There have been side effects, blindness, insanity, death. But what use is our ideology if it is not tested? The market does not respond like an infant, shrieking at the first sign of displeasure. The market is patient, and we must be too.
Who is it?
things had changed since I left Dr. Steinman's office. It's like I don't even recognize Rapture no more. I hear they've been rounding up people in Paula Square. I asked Ryan how could he do such things to innocents. He said, innocents. If they haven't chosen to defend Rapture, they've chosen to side with Atlas and his bandits. So there are no innocents. There are heroes, and there are criminals.
Okay, I'm back. Also doing whether or not I should. This is crazy explosions turn. Just on the website. And like I wouldn't if it's like. It's up to you. I don't think it would be right.
Gregory, don't come whining to me about market forces, and don't expect me to punish citizens for showing a little initiative. If you don't like what Fontaine is doing, well, I suggest you find a way to offer a better product.
Yes, I know about the lockdown. It's absurd. Just give me a minute. These Lazarus tests are very promising. If the Rosa Gallica bloom, then by God, I know we're in business.
Hurry, the lockdown!
All right, I'm leaving. But somebody has to find a way to come back to check on these samples. They're very important.
These kinds of stories get a lot of views. Imagine how many views my story would get. Also involves family. So for privacy reasons, I wouldn't use the real names. Let's see now. Potato chips. Let's skip over it. Also, chips left, by the way. This ain't a BRB again. Alright. Not a chamber. Gatherers. Jesus Christ. Oh.
No! No!
Time to rescue this little one.
No!
Even in the gathering dark, you light a candle.
mister.
You have saved the little ones when you might have shown your cruelty. I am sending something your way to demonstrate our thanks.
Alright. Oh. Thanks, little one. What'd you get? 200 atoms, safe dragger, and lead figure.
Time for Betty by Mr. B.
Alright, so. Love and rage. Now, what else to do? Perfect! I feel much better now. Watch this, where's that other big daddy?
Andrew Ryan reminds us we all make choices, but in the end,
Welcome to the circus of value. Come back when you get some money, buddy. Kill your cravings.
clouds and wind.
Is there something down there?
Hello?
On the surface, I once bought a forest. The parasites claimed that the land belonged to God and demanded that I establish a public park there. Why? So the rebel could stand slack-jawed under the canopy and pretend that it was paradise earth. Congress moved to nationalize my forest. I burnt it to the ground. God did not plant the seeds of this Arcadia. I did.
The minute we came here, Masha started screaming, "Mama, Mama, what is that? What is that?" I thought she was having some kind of seizure. And then I realized, trees. Trees. Never saw one before. Thought they were monsters. Oh, Sammy, maybe we never should have come to this place.
Circus of value. Straight this way.
What's the matter, Mary? You look like you
Welcome to the Circus of Value.
Oh, I can't find any here?
I don't feel so great. I'm dizzy, I'm nauseous, and sometimes I'm even seeing things that aren't there.
Stay close, Mr. B. I can smell something first. Thanks, Mr. Bubbles. Hurry, Mr. B.
Let me rescue your ass, Jesus.
No! Thank you.
Oh, shit, fine. Where's... Oh, down this way.
Sorry. Tramp!
Perfect. Well, guess I'll be using this for a while. Now the question is, what can I get? Combat. So, got that. Time to head back down to the objective. I'm sure the hell that is. Rolling Hills. Okay. Alright, so. Nice an alarm there. Got all the little sisters here.
I'm gonna need you to listen to me. I'm no sort of botanist, but I think Ryan has just killed Arcadia. The man's put something foul into the air. Bottom of the ocean, boyo. All the oxygen comes from the trees. No trees, no oxygen. Give me a spell to think. Ryan's woman in Arcadia is an old Betty named Langford. An okay sort, but not above doing a dirty job for $1. If she's still kicking around, I'm sure she's gonna want to save her trees. After all, she planted the damn thing.
Can buy it out or just. Okay. Well.
My trees! It wasn't you, was it? No. Ryan. I think I've got a way to save the trees. It's a genetic vector that... Oh, look who I'm talking to. Could you find a sample of Rosa Gallica for me? Look in the grotto. I've got to keep working while there's time.
God, Doc.
This was our You can fire this place.
Son of a bitch.
They dress up in leaves and call themselves the Saturnine. Please. They drink human blood and chant, harness the flame, harness the mist, and believe they're touched by the ancient god. An aging bunch of frat boys tilting back goblets of plasmids and calling it ambrosia.
Pussycat food. Oi, hey, welcome back. So, what you have missed, nothing like drinking the blood of dying giants. Yes. It truly is. Sometimes you're like, after you drink it, you're like, oh man, this guy needs some more iron.
I'm worth 10 of
Hell your ass at? There we go. And like that, we're drunk. Oh, I only lost a little bit. There's another one. Alright, so. Okay, gotta look around. Find this flower she needs. I got all the little sensors I need, so.
He is a poison! Kill him!
the poison!
What is it?
There we go, that's what I'd like to see. Alright, so. I'm gonna take this flower back to the good doctor. Okay. Hey, bitch, I got your flower.
You brought the Rosa Gallica? Oh, what are you waiting for? An engraved invitation? Send it through the pneumo.
There you go.
Yes, this is perfect. Perfect. Come on up to my office. I'm letting you in now. I think I've got just the thing to put the green back in this forest.
Sweet.
Isn't there anything in this damn place those pagans won't steal? Paper towels, ink pots, witch hazel, chlorophyll solution, even my back issues of National Geographic. They're centering their disgusting little shrines with it, I suppose. Sick bastards. I've got the security system in this joint hacked, so those turrets won't bite. Come on up to my office. Who says you can't teach an old hound new tricks? This batty plant woman spends 4 years coming up with ways to defoliate trees in the Pacific to scare out the Japs, and now here I am, down at the bottom of the Atlantic, trying to figure out how to do the same thing in reverse. Adam. Bathtub gin times the atom bomb times Eve with a serpent. Let's go see what it can do.
Welcome to the Circus of Value. Come back when you get some money, buddy. Kill your craving. Welcome to the circus.
Can't grab it. Alright. Here. I will take that. Here. Alright, what's through door number? Oh. Hello.
We made a business deal, you and I, did we not? Money changed hands. Let me read to you from the agreement. Section 3, subsection 4.
Mr.
Ryan Industries maintains exclusive rights to the creation, use, and exploitation of the Lazarus Vector. Ownership is civilization.
Wait, no, please!
Outed and sworn.
Mr. Ryan!
Every time we get a yard ahead, Ryan goes and moves the goal line down to the other side of the field.
I've been killing trees for 25 years. At Berkeley back in the 20s, on the Japs at Iwo Jima. But I never brought one back from the grave before. I did, Becky. Mama's gonna build her first damn Frankentree. I'm gonna call my little creation the Lazarus Vector. Maybe it'll bring the old gal's career back from the dead as well.
To being a damn genius if the only ones around to appreciate it are a bunch of spliced up morons. I've cracked the vector, or at least I'm 99% certain I have. I just need a bud of Rosa gallica to confirm my analysis. Distilled water, a bit of chlorophyll, and enzymes extracted from Apis mellifera. That's right, sweetheart. Honeybee spit.
You have a multi-part goal. Press. Alright.
Welcome to the Circus of Value.
So? There we are, that's what I wanted.
Arcadia's a big place, but mostly rural. If you're looking for something in particular, I'd start at the farmer's market.
Farmer's market. Farmer's market. That way. There's something up here? What? Oh, yeah, there's something up here. Money? 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 E5 go. Fuck yes! Ah! Okay. A little confident with more eat on me. Makes me wonder though. This game has like little sisters to holding at him. It makes me wonder if if the designers were ever gonna make something called the little brothers who were gonna hold the E. Rather interesting. Hold up. Oh, he got his ass handed to him. Oh, sweet. have to get... Okay. Oh, corpses here. Please let there be something here I can use. Looks like they've been all picked clean. Go. Perfect. I will take that.
Attention. A new curfew will be enacted on Thursday. Citizens found in violation.
What makes something like me? I look at genes all day long, and never do I see the blueprint of sin. I could blame the Germans, but in truth I did not find tormentors in the prison camp, but kindred spirits. These children I brutalized have awoken something inside that for most is beautiful and natural, but in me is an abomination. My maternal instinct.
Circus equals clowns. I hate clowns. Farmer's market! Oh my sweet baby Jesus. Oh, no. What a balloon. Do you want a balloon? Oh, nice.
Julie, my dear, I am trying to run a business here. You want to spend time with my honeybees? Well, I'm gonna have to start charging you for the pleasure. If I come out one more time and find you lolling out there amongst my hives, I'm grabbing my shotgun. As to your question, yes, my days in beekeeping school are a blur. But I do seem to remember something about that enzyme you keep blabbing on about.
Clowns busters, lol. Okay. I can't. That's where you're fucking aiming! Line you out, bitch. Good mind now. Oh god. so nerve-wracking. Oh my god. Oh yeah. That's what I'm probably gonna regret this. And I have regretted it. Gotta be. Breathe. Fuck. Oh, this is so oddball. That's what I'm talking about. Finally! Jesus! Oh god! Woo! Open the door! Oh my god. Bastards. Oh.
All your faces are melted!
Gotcha! Ha ha ha! Alright.
No! 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 No!
You're complaining, small one. Let me just rescue you.
Thank you. Thank you.
That works. Alright, so. Oh, I will take that.
Welcome to the Circus of Value!
Oh, nice.
In 10 years in this dump, I've come to accept a very low standard of life. But even at the bottom of this fish tank, a man must have standards. The pathetic Trudeau down at Morley Winery has started putting water to his terrible wine. Water! When I confronted him with this fact, he tells me, Pierre, this is not to worry. The water, she is distilled. It could be worse. I could take it right from the ocean.
Just a rapture reminder. At the bottom of the ocean,
It's good enough for you!
Oh.
Get out of my face!
Ah! Oh god, not the bees!
Why do they wear those masks? Maybe there's a part of them that remembers how they used to be, how they used to look. And they're ashamed.
$15, okay. Right. Okay, what? Nice.
What is the greatest lie ever created? What is the most vicious obscenity ever perpetrated on man? Welcome to the Circus of Value! Kill your cravings in the Circus of Value! With all that
The children must remain functional to be effective producers of atom. I had hoped we placed them into vegetative states so they would be more pliable. I find being around them very uncomfortable. Even with those things implanted in their bellies, they are still children. They play and sing. Sometimes they look at me and they don't stop. Sometimes they smile.
Is this moment in what? Oh no, she fucked up. God damn it. Fuck! Ah. I need to get an auto hack. Ridiculous. Got it. my god, did you see that splicer go flying? Oh my god.
Nobody!
The way you just bitch slapped him, he went flying. Oh. Oh my god, that was probably the most funniest shit I've seen through this playthrough. No. Okay.
We have turned away from your life. We thought we could hide from the light down here.
Wait, how many sisters are there? It's just one. Okay. Yay! Gotcha, you bastard. Say cheese! Buying it out for $15. Goddamn worth it. Nice. Okay, so. Oh.
Father!
Director's commentary? You have unlocked an episode of the Director's Commentary. Play view later from main menu. Spoiler warning, the commentary contains in-depth description of plot details, including the ending. First-time players may wish to complete the game before viewing.
Nailing the perfect marriage of story to gameplay is a science that many developers still struggle with today. Bioshock has left an indelible mark on gaming narrative that can be seen and felt in many modern releases, but Irrational's motto remained from the beginning: don't start with the story, start with the gameplay.
Forsaken me.
You know what?
I observe all his commandments. I observe all his commandments. Observe all his commandments.
Photographer's eye. Gotcha! You bastard! Oh my freaking god. and some wine. I need to buy a whole bunch of health.
We thought we could hide from the light down here.
Oh, good. Nice for me to increase things.
Night silence even down here in murk. Murk. I traded you, oh Lord, for mammon. And what did it get me, huh?
Sure, I forgot to put your B. What did I miss? Well, I found the director's commentary for the game. Probably watch it later, but I'm debating if I should watch it now. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna watch it. Let me head back to where I found that. This is where the director's commentary was. I found it. I'm like, ooh.
Nailing the perfect marriage of story to gameplay is a science that many developers still struggle with today. Bioshock has left an indelible mark on gaming narrative that can be seen and felt in many modern releases, but Irrational's motto remained from the beginning: don't start with the story, start with the gameplay.
Is that Jeff Keighley? That's Jeff Keighley. I knew it!
A lot of fans probably wonder about the process you go through in writing the story and the design for a game like Bioshock. You've talked about how it evolved over time and what eventually ships is very different than your initial vision. Do you guys write like a script or a design document for the game and that becomes sort of the Bible that everyone drives towards, or do you iterate much more?
It's different for every game. Like System Shock 2, I went back to it recently. I wrote a design document, and we started that project in September, and the design document I saw was dated like October or something. So in a month, I wrote the design document, and it didn't change. A lot of it, got expanded upon, but the basic design really didn't change on that. Where on Bioshock, I think it evolved in real time much more. We had a pretty substantial design shift, like a year before the ship date.
For Bioshock?
Bioshock, yeah. It got to be much more about the experience of being in Rapture than about being in your character sheet. And so the game evolved more towards that experiential kind of thing and making sure every idea was expressed in the world as well as just on your character sheet. So before you'd have a lot of things like, I'm doing fire damage or electrical damage, but that was sort of a number flying off ahead versus, the whole notion of there's barrels and you light them on fire and then you can pick them up and throw them.
But you'd have stats coming off characters and all that stuff?
Much more so.
Oh, really?
And that evolved, we did a design shift, but I don't know how well that got documented. I think we were moving so fast that we were just sort of changing things, laying down the tracks as we went right ahead of us. And the same with the screenplay, the screenplay there is no screenplay. It's a bunch of probably Excel files and fragments of Word documents that I'd write and I'd go to recording sessions and I'd rewrite on the fly once I hear the actor perform, because once the actor takes on it, you listen to their voice and you say, what you wrote doesn't really matter. What is the right thing for this actor playing this role to be saying? So I tend to do a lot of rewriting in the session. And then you have a bug late at night where somebody says, oh, this doesn't make any sense. And you're like, oh God, you have to write a new audio log and try to get the actor back in. Or you figure out what's the best way to get this idea across? Yeah. And is it an audio log? Is it a poster on the wall? Is it a piece of text that pops up on the screen? That's always dependent on how much time you have and what actor availability is. So, the plans sort of fall apart. I think we've worked on that a bunch since on the new project we're working on, where we are trying to document things a lot better and keep things a lot more logical, but the train was running so fast on Bioshock that we just sort of...
I mean, early on we got the Andrew Ryan scene in, like we'd said before, and that was kind of like the keystone. Like, we're going to put a lot of work into this, so this can't change. Everything that happens before or after that don't really involve a lot of departments working together to make a scene, those things are very malleable, and if you need to change audio logs to represent a story, if you need to add lines or take away lines, that's very doable. And I think for a while we even had like text-to-speech.
We even did that, I remember for Infinite with Booker and Elizabeth and all their dialogue, and that really didn't work very well, because you'd have these dramatic scenes, and it'd be like, Elizabeth, we need to go to Comstock, and it just, it almost had no value as far as I was concerned.
Atlas radioed on ahead. Says you were looking for an invite to the fisheries. Nuts, I say. But if in your heads up to the Wharf Master's office and find old Peach a research camera, maybe I could manage an invite.
Ken has so much of, these games in his head, and you're sort of, you can keep it all straight, or try to, with all the different things and changes. But from the team perspective, Sean, I mean, because this is evolving and Ken's thinking in his head about how this all ties together, how does the team sort of keep up with, what the whole game is going to look like?
There's a lot of specifics that can change. For instance, Atlas used to have a Southern drawl.
Right.
And then, we recast to the Irish.
And we actually cast an actor, wrote the lines, did the whole thing, and realized that people hated that character and distrusted him from the first start. So we had to rewrite him, recast him, redo everything.
Yeah. From a team perspective, you kind of get a sense on which things are going to be really volatile and that you probably want to push off till later, because if you work on it now, it might change. Larger themes don't tend to change too much, meaning we knew we were in Rapture, we knew we had Big Daddies, we knew we had Little Sisters, we knew we had Splicers, we knew what the arc of the story was about Jack coming into Rapture, and the specifics of this radio log versus that radio log didn't really affect anyone outside the audio team at that time, because we could still build the environment. We still knew what the environment was. We still knew what the animations were. There are areas you learn just by working in the same space for a while that this scene, I'm not touching this yet because I know that it's going to get changed a lot. I think these themes are pretty nailed down, so I'm going to focus the team on getting these things done.
I won't leave you twisting in the wind. We're going to need to draw out of hiding, but you're going to have to trust me.
The audio logs were, a great part of the game, and something that if you're a true fan, people really go in and listen to those and piece that all together. But I imagine there's a lot of work that goes into deciding, this is better for an audio log versus game dialogue, and there's the act of sort of cutting back and sort of saying, we need to be clear about what the narrative is for the game. What was that process like? The audio logs, were there things you added at the end, or were those, ideas that you had for the game, but then said, hey, maybe we'd demote these a little bit and make them audio logs?
As Sean was saying, there's sort of a hierarchy of expense that you have to face, and so any ideas you have to get across, especially as you start playing the game, you realize, well, this doesn't make sense, that doesn't make sense. You have to figure out how you can introduce that idea. And generally, as the train is moving, you try to think of cheaper and cheaper ways to get those ideas across. If it's less important, it goes to an audio log. If it's less important, it goes to a poster on the wall.
Well, there's also characters that you can bring in that have audio logs that aren't, Atlas, Tenenbaum, those are your big ones. You can bring in somebody to do a short, a few different audio logs. It's a character that some players may not even find, but
Right.
it adds a little bit of depth to Rapture.
And it also, usually each character generally is about a certain idea, and we don't just sort of come up with characters, we have an idea problem that we need to solve, and so let's introduce a character who's this guy, and he will be the guy who sort of shepherds you through that idea.
Julie, my dear, I am trying to run a business here. You want to spend time with my honeybees? Well, I'm going to have to start charging you for the pleasure. If I come out one more time and find you lolling out there amongst my hives, I'm grabbing my shotgun. As to your question, yes, my days in beekeeping school are a blur. But I do seem to remember something about that enzyme you keep blabbing on about.
So as you're going through the game and, you know, writing things, rewriting things, were there things with the original Bioshock that you've always been surprised that more people didn't pick up on, or was there something that, you know, a connection to a character you thought was really going to resonate with people which, you know, didn't? Anything like that?
No, it's the opposite. I was amazed, I don't know how you felt, but I was amazed how many people connected to the Would You Kindly stuff. Because I think it was a real, when I wrote that speech, I don't think anybody on the team was like, oh my God, this is like really this or that. And I don't think I really had any sense that people were going to connect to it. I think we ended up sort of over time finding more ways to support the notion throughout the game.
Yep.
And I don't think I really, until I heard Pat put together the revelation moment, you know, where it's like, you know, where you had all the bits that Atlas had said to you in the past building up, and then there was a visual that went along with that. That's when I realized it was going to be a really powerful moment. But even so, I still was, did I think people were really going to connect to it or really even understand it? Because it's pretty out there. And that it was meta commentary too. I think that completely, like, I think I thought like, oh, it's kind of meta, cool. But people connected to it in a much bigger way.
Yeah, the choice and everything, and also just, you know, being able to kind of roll back and think of all those other moments throughout the game. And so, you know, a great revelation like that, they're few and far between in games where you sort of like, then you want to play it again, you're just like, oh wow, really, that does all make sense, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think as a team, we were definitely proud of what we had done. But up till that point, you know, SWAT 4 was the biggest game that we worked on, and we had no expectation of that anybody would pick this up. Or even like Bioshock cosplay. I remember the first cosplay I saw with the guy in the Big Daddy suit, and his little daughter was in the kitchen cabinet. I think that was the first one I saw. I was like, what? Whoa, people know this stuff? That's insane.
Yeah, people were building these outfits, and you know, that only expanded with Infinite. I mean, that sort of went crazy with Infinite, with people cosplaying Elizabeth and Luteces and Booker. It meant a lot to people, and I don't think that's something we ever saw coming, and we're deeply grateful for it, because it's one thing to make a game and get good reviews and stuff like that. It's another thing to have things that people are having their weddings themed around it, and their tattoos and naming their children after characters. You can't plan for that, and I think the only way that could happen is if you just make something that's something that you're deeply in love with and passionate about. I can say we were. It was something there's a lot of passion on the team about, but we didn't know people were going to take away what they did.
Would you kindly? Would you kindly? Powerful phrase. Familiar phrase.
Would you kindly? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch?
Part of the challenge with that, though, is when people love fiction so much and they dive into, you know, every word written in every audio log and try and connect all the fiction, make sure it all makes sense. Are there any things from that game that you sort of look back and it's like, oh wow, like we didn't explain this and we should have, or things that fans have misinterpreted over the years?
There are things we think that we did that should have or shouldn't have been in the game. Like I was never a fan of having two endings, and I think
that's what the publisher was asking you to sort of have a.
That was the one thing that 2K, and they were very hands off. That was the one thing they insisted on, and it's not something I really thought was a good idea, because they're still limited, even though they're multiple. They're still limited, and so that was something that we ended up doing. One of the endings was far better than the other one. I mean, there's no. It's clear that I was much more interested in the happier ending with the little sisters than I was with the nuclear submarine ending.
I'm sure part of it was the idea that, you know, if this game is, if you're making a choice throughout it, I'm sure when some people are like, oh well, then it has to be a payoff, right?
Right. Except the game was really about lack of choice, about not being a choice. So that always struck me as a tension that was weird. But you know, look, at the end of the day, they were putting up a lot of money, and you know, so I can't really complain. They weren't dictatorial at all during the development. So yeah, that was the one thing. But that's a game that I wouldn't have put the boss battle in, the final boss battle. Like we seem to end up doing that over and over and over again. Every time we start a project, I'm like, I'm never going to do that again. We're never going to do that again, and we end up doing it.
Right.
We're not good at boss battles, and that, you know, you're fighting that guy, and look, this is the naked dude. It just doesn't work.
Totally makes sense.
But and it works really pretty well up till then, but then it doesn't. It just doesn't work. That boss battle's silly.
Interesting. Anyway. Trying to get this game. Where's the nearest guy? I did not. So, we gotta find the circus of value. Don't you dare crash on me! Oh no. I think the game crashed. Motherfucker, I should have saved. Damn it! God damn it, come on! Oh no, it crashed. Oh god! Free! Son of a bitch. Can't believe that freaking happened again. I should have saved. Oh, well, what can you do? Okay. Well, I might as well end the stream here. That sucks. Oh my god. Well, this got further than it did. With that said, thank you all so much for watching. I'll probably try to catch up and then start the stream. With that said, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you are, and I'll see you on the next one.